Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and all the shits at sea, it's time again for a live edition of the Boom Boom Room. I am your Spit Bucket Man, Viking Jim, our corner man, Joe Danier. And freshly back from his adventures on the subcontinent, I think he was on safari. He's been gone a while, but he's back. God bless America, and God bless him too, Raymond Boom Boom Mancini.
My man, he gets better and better, my brother. You the bestest. You the best.
Thanks, pal.
Welcome everyone to another round of the Boom Boom Room. I'm your host, Ray Mancini, here with my corner man, Spit Bucket Man, Viking Jim, as you just heard. Of course, our other corner man, cut man, Joe Danier. So it's good to be back. Yeah, I mean, we were on a bit of a hiatus, though we did do a live show last Thursday.
I did have to miss last Thursday.
Yeah, we did.
Things were crazy over at the joint. Canfield Fair time, you know.
Yeah. We just had Canfield here locally. Canfield Fair is a fair that's been going on 100, how many years? 100 something what? 100 what year?
100 and whatnot.
140 some years?
Something like that. I'll look it up. But
it's our county fair. It's our county fair.
And it's the biggest one in the state, next to the state fair, I think. You were out of town, though. Did you get to go for a little bit?
No, I was here out of town during this fair. I didn't get to go this time. I mean, me and my bride had talked about going on Friday morning. Things got a little obscure, changed, and so I didn't get to go.
Stuff happens.
I'm not going in the middle of the day. It was so hot. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who aren't living here in Youngstown, and who wouldn't want to be here in Youngstown, it's my town. Wyatttown is my town.
Except when it's hot like this.
It's hot and humid. It's been hot and humid. But we complain when we don't have to see the sun. So the fact that we're seeing the sun is a beautiful thing. But it's been humid, boy. It's been hot and humid. So I couldn't see myself being out there at the fair, walking around. You'd have to have the sunscreen. You have to reapply it several times during the day. And there's very much, no shade unless you sit underneath one of the tents to drink or eat. But a lot of things you want to see out there. I like to go out to see the animals. I like to go out and see animals. And, for people are waving, I have no clue.
We've got to get a studio audience. I'm going to get all the people that work in this office building. We're going to throw them a party because they're constantly walking in.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's it. And so I like to go to the fair. I do. I miss. I used to go as a kid all the time, and of course, one of my favorite attractions at the fair. Now that I'm a bit older, wouldn't be so good. Would be the oddities.
Yeah.
The animal oddities.
And you don't see those.
And the human oddities.
Yeah, what they used to call the freak show.
Well, lack of a better term. I'm trying to be a little more diplomatic.
There you go. But yeah. And that's always one of the, alive, right? But it's funny because
the guy would pick up the rock of 20-pound rocks with his tongue, stuff like that. We didn't know, but it was like fun to watch.
Oh yeah,
But
it's funny, that's politically incorrect now. That's a whole industry that's out the window. I actually saw a documentary once about people, there were like little people or human oddities that used to have jobs working circuses and fairs, and now political correctness has driven them out of work.
Well, we said this, Joe. Did we do this on the show? We did. I think the political correctness went out the window. We said we could call them midgets.
We have discussed this before, yes.
So, because they are little people, we know that, and that's no disrespect. But this political correctness crap is a bit much sometimes. No, I noticed, right? If you're, some people are midgets, some people are dwarfs, and that's little people. But I understand. But look, if it offends people, the people of that denominations, that makes sense. Denominations.
If it offends the little people.
Sounds like, then I apologize. I'll just say little people. I don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
I just thought.
But still, you don't see that anymore at the fair. That used to be one of the things. I remember see the snake girl.
Yeah,
It was just just like some woman with a snake.
Yeah, or the bearded woman. The bearded woman, she had more, that was,
Well, that's half my in-laws.
Yeah. So I used to enjoy going to the Canfield Fair for a variety of reasons. And of course, animal oddities. counties. You go see the animal shows, and they have so many. That's how it started, of course, 100 years ago. Seeing the livestock and stuff, and you still go see the animals. My kids were small, and I used to take them, and they pet the animals.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful thing. But
my nieces did 4-H for years.
Yeah, exactly. It's 4-H shows. So, anyhow, the Canfield Fair here in Mahoning County just ended yesterday. Labor Day, it's a 4-day, starts Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days. 5 days. And this year, because the weather was so good, they surpassed record attendance. So it's great. It's great for the economy. It's great for the local people here. It's great for those who had stands out there. So good for them. And it was, I'm sorry I missed it. I wanted to go. I really did. It's just too hot. It's to walk around during the day. You either got to go in the morning. Before the sun
nice and cool, or once the sun goes down.
Exactly.
Well, see,
but then at that point, it gets too crowded, though.
As a young man, as a young person, I should say, because the ladies did it too, though. When you're in that age group, when you're like high school, maybe late junior high into high school, getting into that age, the Canfield Fair was the place to go. Like much less all the other festivals they have in this area.
Right.
But that was the place to go if you wanted to meet
with your friends or want to hook up with a girl or something. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Go to the Big Rock. And you would flirt with girls by sending them messages to girl in the Def Leppard t-shirt, go to the Big Rock.
Same thing. If you go there to flirt with girls, meet girls, hook up
social
girls.
Event.
Also, we go there a lot of breakups at these type of events. A lot of guys get broken up with because in the summer the girl goes, I'm going to another junior high school now, or I'm going to high school.
Yeah.
And that's, and I mean I had my heart broken.
I'm not going to Fitch. I'm going to Ursula, and I'll see you later.
Yeah, when I was in grade school, or seeing a girl broke up with me. So that's part of the transition to summer's over. So it's the summer love. Summer romance, all that. That's all.
Break up in front of the funnel cake stand.
That's it. So a couple things I'll talk about today. One of them is, anybody know Watertown, New York? I'll be in Watertown, New York this weekend for an event, for a boxing event. The Watertown Johnny Pep. Johnny Pep is bringing me to Watertown. They have some fights Saturday night. I'll be a guest host. But I thought Watertown was we said upstate New York. Well, Buffalo's upstate. That's only 3 hours. I thought maybe I'd drive it. Then I found out upstate. It's really upstate. About 6 hours. Johnny, I don't do 6 hours. I can't do that. 3's about my max in the car. And so, anyhow, I appreciate you giving me a ticket last minute. I feel bad that it was a last minute type thing, but I appreciate that. So, anybody who's up in the Watertown area, I hope you'll come by and visit. And I look forward to meeting all of the people in Watertown. Then next week we will have a show on Tuesday. Next Tuesday I'll be doing the show. I'll be doing it Thursday. I'll be doing it this Thursday, next Tuesday, and then I'm off to England again, off to Birmingham.
You going to see Scott?
Yeah, going to see Scott. Going to see my man Scott. But I thought we were going to go going to Ireland, Scott. But I guess we're not doing that this time. So let me know what's up with that. Because I got to make my arrangements, Scott. I got to make the arrangements. Yeah. I'd really like to go see Ireland. I've never been there. It's one part of that part of the country. It's not. I can't say the UK. It's not part of the UK. They let me know that.
Right. Oh, yeah, I bet they did.
I'd let you know that. So I would like to visit. So Scott, is there anywhere else we're going to go? Or just going over and come across the pond and come right back. The way it looks, that's the way it is right now, huh? Let me know. So. I can't wait. So I'll be traveling the next couple of weeks, so that's always a good thing. I enjoy traveling. But I shouldn't say I enjoy traveling because I'm meeting new people. I travel going to see new places. I don't enjoy traveling when you got to go to the airports. There's nothing fun about that part of it anymore. It used to be fun, not anymore. Domestic travel and international travel have just become one big headache. It really is. It's
tiring, man.
It is tiring. That's perfect. That's exactly. It is tiring.
I mean, when you're younger and you got you've been there, done that.
Yeah. So now, American football starts this Sunday.
Yes, indeed.
College football started last Saturday, and there were some good games on. There was Ohio State rolled. The Buckeyes rolled big.
What was it, 77-31?
Yeah, 77-31 over Oregon State.
Yeah.
Alabama just strong, keep getting stronger and stronger. And they, the two who's going to start, and then of course it was the biggest non-secret. The guy Tua started, the kid from Hawaii who finished the last year's bowl game and won it for them. And but was Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Who was the starting quarterback all last year, brought him to the championship. Been fighting for a spot. I think he got hurt. That's what knocked him out. This kid got the opportunity. Now he's fighting. I guess there was a competition to get the starting quarterback job, and the other guy won out. But this kid's a major talent. He's like, what are you gonna do? And I can't say I don't know Nick Saban. He seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
But he's just man, stop, man. I know you don't want nobody to know. You ain't gonna tell nobody. You get tired of people asking. Yeah, I understand it. I get that. But that's part of the deal being a college coach. Quit being rude, man. Quit being rude to the reporters. Just answer the damn questions. He gets irritated, and I'm not going to answer that question. And you try to play coy for the days leading up to it when that was the biggest non-secret. Which you just said the guys who's starting. Oh, I don't know. Of course you did. Stop that stuff, man. So then he gets rude with the reporter when they ask afterwards, ask questions. So then he gets some half-ass apology on Twitter and. Stop, man.
I didn't really mean to say that.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, how he said it. I meant to say what I said, but how I said it. Oh, stop. You know how you said it. Yeah. So, a lot of these guys, college coaches, man, you got to have elephant skin. Just have elephant skin. People, that's part of their job. They got to ask.
And two, like with the questions, you run out of questions to ask these guys in the first place, much less when there's something controversial going on.
Yeah, so I don't get
It's got to get irritating.
Just answer the questions for now, Coach. Man, it could be, you get paid well enough. That's part of the deal. Just get paid well to answer those questions. That's part of your job, to answer the questions without getting irritated, without getting a bug up your behind. So anyhow, Ohio State won big, Alabama won big. Appalachian State upset again. Who did they upset? Penn State.
There you go.
Penn State. My man Jules. Jules, I am on the air, but that's okay. What's up? That's what we're doing this live.
Hi, Jules.
Oh, okay. Oh, the other guy. Okay. Well, Jules, can we hit? Would you? I'll call you as soon as this show's over. Or we can. Yeah. Oh, you're right. I appreciate you, Jules. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jules. You're boring me now. How about that? No. See, I would never do that, but Jules is in New York and called me. It's a business call. So anyhow. Okay.
Yeah, so, I did that once, and you broke my stones about it anyway.
That's it. But Appalachian State, they beat Penn State.
Yep.
That's a big upset. Appalachian State they did it a couple years. They beat Michigan. That was when it was. So 2 out of 3 years, and they've done it.
Now, see, what I'm afraid of, though, Ray, is you said the M word. And I'm afraid we're going to get that rating again. You said the M word.
But no, whatever.
Michigan,
yeah, I figured.
See, that's a swear in my house.
There you go. Notre Dame beat Michigan. They beat Michigan. Beat them big, too.
Yes, they did.
They gave them a good ass kicking. They really did. They gave them a good beating. LSU rolled over Miami.
That was unexpected.
Yeah. Well, LSU's strong again. So that... So a lot of good football. If you're college football, which I enjoy college football. Now, first weekend of professional football, American football, of course. We had to clarify for our friends in Birmingham and over there in the UK.
Where they play it with their actual feet.
Right. That this weekend, of course, starts off with, of course, our own Brownies playing the Steelers, opening against the Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, Pittsburgh Steelers all-pro running back, is not signed yet, not been in training camp. See, I don't know how these guys, I know they figure they get in shape, they work out on their own, like Khalil Mack. He just said that, look, man, nothing for nothing. John Gruden is a good coach. He's been out of the business for a while, and he's been doing commentary. He got a little soft, maybe. I understand. I don't know the intricacies of the business. There's no conversation between the camps. Khalil Mack had no conversation, no contact with them. They said.
Okay.
Then they say that Gruden did have some contact, but didn't make an offer. I don't know. I really it boggles the mind that just talent like Khalil Mack, who's only been in the league like 3 years. How many years? 3 years, 4 years?
4 years, yeah.
Made All-Pro twice, 4 years. All-Pro twice, All-Star twice, All-Pro twice.
It's
Defensive Player of the Year a year ago.
And you're a member of Raider Nation. It's got to bug you.
And how could you let a talent like that go, man? It's just over a money thing. Just pay the kid. Everyone's getting paid now, right? So pay him. So now Bears picked him up, which I think that type of style, the Bears play fits Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
He might be the next great linebacker from Chicago, following in the lineage of Butkus, Singletary, and Brian Urlacher. So
Urlacher, who just got in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, yeah. So,
and I'll tell you what, as a Vikings fan, I don't like the trade. I gotta see that son of a gun twice a year. Give me a break.
Right. So the Bears paid him. That just doesn't seem like a dumb move by the Raiders, man. I don't know. Why are you being tight with your money? I mean, people are paying now. Guys are getting guaranteed money. Darnold got down in L.A., got guaranteed money. You got to pay this guy. So anyhow, but that's it. So the Brownies open up against the Steelers. Le'Veon Bell's not signed. Even if he comes back and signs today, they said if he didn't sign by, was it him or was it Mac? If he didn't sign by Tuesday, which is today, or is it tomorrow, Wednesday, that they get fined $845,000 a day. So you're trying to get a new contract. So I think it's going to be Bell. They say you want to get a new contract, you want to get paid, but yet you're going to give up that type of money by not showing up. Makes no sense.
Right.
How can you get paid when you're giving up money? If you're willing to give up money, why would I pay you? Why would I pay you more? Because what you want, when you're willing to give it up, go to training camp. Do one thing about Odell Beckham. He was in training camp. He had no contract. He went there, showed good faith. They showed good faith. And they signed him to a major contract. I guess the biggest for all time for the receivers. He broke the receivers record for a new contract, guaranteed money and so forth. So why wouldn't you just show good faith by being in training camp?
Yeah.
You got to be around the guys. You got to get. I know most guys feel they don't need the physical contact after so many years. I get it, but you got the camaraderie. You got to show the team good faith. So they got rid of him. I think it's I understand. As ownership, say, hey man, you here, you got to go. Show everybody else. We don't care who you are. We're gonna you go by our rules.
Right.
You're gonna be part of it's Oakland Raiders, not nobody else's name out there. Oakland Raiders.
Right.
I get that, but it becomes a peeing contest, and you got eventually somebody's gonna win, and you just management usually.
Yeah.
That's it. So anyhow,
but at the same time, like, is there a degree of like when athletes and like I don't want to like open a can of worms on you with the kneeling stuff and the whole Kaepernick Nike thing unless you want to get into that, but when people look at athletes and say those dumb spoiled bastards playing a kids game, this kind of stuff makes them look that way to a degree because you're making a hell of a lot of money for doing something that it's physically challenging and everything, but you're
playing a kid's game. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
You get paid to play a kid's game. That's right. So with the opposite of Le'Veon Bell, the Steelers now are going with James Conner from Penn State talent. The Penn State guy, which he was all over commercials, which this guy's done is incredible that, he's overcome cancer, beat cancer.
Wow. And,
you see the commercials. The commercials are very touching. That he was since a little boy, he was always playing football, and I love those commercials that they hit a spot, the soft spot. Yeah. And James Conner from Penn State, he can ball. He can ball, and they said he's been taking the reps, and he looks like a bona fide veteran. Yeah. So I think he was a rookie last year, and you beat cancer, man. Money and everything else don't mean nothing.
That's right.
So, you go out and get paid, but that's secondary. So he's playing football again. So God bless him.
It's funny how they have a knack of finding guys like that too in an organization. They're really good at that.
So Two teams I'm looking forward to. I never thought I'd be saying this, but the two LA teams, the Rams, now it's the LA Chargers.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing the Rams, man. I like to see the Rams with Gurley and Darnold and Sua.
Yeah, they're going to be a tough squad.
The guy from Detroit who,
Ndamukong Suh.
Dominic Sue, whatever you know his name. The guy who kicks everybody. The guy keeps kicking everybody. Well, on the way. He kicks
especially the
next thing nobody sees. Bad, dirty player, man. He's a filthy player, but he flat out played though. So
right.
I get it.
It's funny though. I mean, you think about what they used to call it what they call a dirty player now, as opposed to what they used to call it when we were growing up. We've talked about it before how different the game is.
Yeah.
As a sidebar, what do you think about the new tackling rule with the helmets, where you're not allowed? How are you going to tackle?
I don't know, man. How they're going to do this? I know they're trying to make it safer without leading with your head. But even when I was playing Pop Warner back in the day, we taught to lead with. What is you lead with you lead with your head, but your head doesn't go into the chest.
Right.
Your head. Well, I can't say it. They used to say, put your head in the middle. Put your helmet in the middle of the chest.
That's where you aim.
But that's where. But you let your head go to the side and let your shoulder follow and the shoulder to hit. That's what they want.
Right.
And that's what they're trying to bring back in the pro game. It's gonna be man. A lot of games are gonna be screwed up because of that rule.
Yeah.
What's initiating with your head? What lead with your head? How could you not lead when you're going to tackle? You're leading with your head. So I don't know. It's going to be very, very touchy, and I don't know how they're going to. It's going to cause a lot of problems. This shit really is.
Yeah.
Guys are going to get fined. A lot of guys are going to get thrown out. They're going to have to do something and clarify this rule better because it's just. Really, right now, it's in that gray zone, man. Really.
It is a radical solution to get rid of the helmet altogether. I mean, start getting these guys kitted out more in old school gear, and they're not going to think of their head as a weapon because they know they're going to hurt themselves if they do it. You see what I'm driving at?
Yeah, I know. And you know what they said?
Like rugby.
No, to rugby, and the person they're going to do flag football. That's what they talk about. More like flag. That's where you learn how to play football.
Yeah.
Flag.
Yeah.
It's really the fundamentals, and you get close to a guy with And so, might as well make a flag. I mean, come on. I mean, we know what the game is. Look, NFL football is number one sport in America. Mm-hmm. Worldwide, it's got a great attraction worldwide. Super Bowl is the number one sports attraction worldwide, outside or along with any professional boxing match. Usually heavyweights.
Yeah,
that's usually the two top events. But American sports, team sports, it's the number one by far. It's the number one sport. Mm-hmm. Traction is Super Bowl. So I don't know. You got to make it safer for the players to understand. But I don't know. I don't know how you do that. I understand you want to try not to tackle with your head because you get punished too as a tackler, as a defensive guy. But man, it's gonna take. It's going to be weird this year. You're going to see a lot of problems with that this year, especially the first week too. A lot of guys are hyped up, want to make an impression. A lot of rookies. When you're a defensive back or a linebacker, you're taught to lurch. Not jump, but I'm saying you lurch forward to propel your body into the opponent.
Momentum, yeah.
So anyhow. So it'll be interesting. But this year, our Brownies are starting off with the Steelers. I'm excited about our Brownies. I said last year, before they'll be a minimum of 6 games. Then you said, well, that's not much. 6-9, 6-10. But they won no games last year. They were winless last year. One of the few teams in history that have gone winless. So, that's 6 wins, a step up. Could very well be 7, might be going 8.
I'm calling 9.
Okay,
I'm calling 9, and I think
they got a chance.
We got wild card potential because I think they're finally getting rid of that culture.
Yeah,
I think that cloud hanging over the head.
Yeah, and I said for a long time, Hugh Jackson can coach. He proved that when he was in Cincinnati. He ain't like he didn't learn, forgot how to coach. But for whatever reason, I think it was the GM. He got a new GM, this John Dorsey, and he's been great. So anyway, can't wait to see the. Start of professional football this weekend.
Yeah, I wonder if they're trying to reignite the old rivalry because that old Browns-Steelers rivalry was one of the greatest.
Yeah.
But obviously, since the Browns came back, it hadn't been as strong as it used to be. And some folks even say when the Browns moved to Baltimore, they took the rivalry with them. I hope to see a return to that.
Yeah.
I mean,
That would be good for be good for the area. Be good for football. Yeah. And also talk about what you just said. Now that Khalil Mack went to Chicago, that whole the what do you call it? The bruising. What was it? The black and blue
the
division.
black and blue division. Yes.
Black and division. That central division of the NFC. Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay.
It's competitive again.
Yeah, man. It's yeah.
It's going to be tough, even though the Detroit Lions have always been, and see, in light of our recent what we were just talking about, the Detroit Lions are kind of like the Cleveland Browns of the NFC.
Yeah, they went on 16 how many years ago? Not that long ago.
The last time they won a championship, I think, was 1960 or something.
Yeah,
and they made a couple of playoff runs.
That's right. No, they won. They've been in the playoffs one time since. Yeah. One time.
It's just like, and that was like when, now I'm drawing a blank. Barry Sanders was what it was, like 89 or 90. Yeah.
So, and all of a sudden, Minnesota, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, it could be good. Kirk
Cousins, he can flat out. I like Kirk Cousins. He's a good quarterback. The only knock on him is he hasn't balled out in the big games. He hasn't shown, the big star in the big games, becoming the big star in the big games, like an Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson.
He hasn't.
Wilson, Westbrook, same thing. That's a W. But he hasn't balled out in big games.
Well, he was playing for the Redskins.
Yes.
So I mean, take that into account.
Right. But he's still. But good coach. I'm a good coach. Good quarterback. I think stats have been very big, which has got him the big contract, guaranteed contract, and everybody should be kissing his ass in the NFL. Because he's the first one in how many years to get all guaranteed.
All guaranteed.
So $84 million, and everyone else now getting those bigger. Thank Kirk Cousins and his agent. Well, no, not thank Kirk Cousins and his agent. His agent should be getting all the glory.
Oh, absolutely. And a lot of people might not realize the reason one of the reasons he eventually decided on the Vikings, because the Jets were after him real hard too. But the Jets were going to give him more money, but they weren't going to guarantee all of it. And that, along with the culture and the coach.
Yeah, and that 10 cents won't buy you a cup of coffee next door. So you won't guarantee. That's right. I'm putting my body up. And, that's.
Especially
I'm
in this day and age.
Exactly. I was just saying, in this day and age, I'm a firm believer the ballers, especially the football guys, got to be guaranteed. For years, they were the ones that didn't get guaranteed money. The only ones that didn't get guaranteed money. Only thing they guaranteed was their signing bonus.
Yep.
That's why the NFL draft was so important. Where you went nowhere, top 10. Because the higher up you go, the bigger bonus you get. That's the only guaranteed money you get. So after that, didn't mean anything if you made the team or not. All you had was a guaranteed signing bonus. Mm-hmm. So guaranteed, there's no guarantee. Now everyone's getting guaranteed. Look, Khalil Mack signed for 100 and something, 20-something million, 40-something million, but he got 90 guaranteed.
Yeah.
There you go.
More than I'll ever see.
So that's God bless him. So in other sports, in other parts of the sports world, Rick Pitino, the great coach, Rick Pitino from Louisville.
I've known Rick Pitino in years. What's up?
No, well, he says he acknowledges that it's probably unlikely that he'll ever coach again. Or ever return to coaching because of everything that happened at Louisville.
Yeah.
He says he did not know about the things that went on. He did not know about the trips to the strip clubs by his coach, taking players to strip clubs, recruiting trips to the strip clubs. He said he did not know about those things.
Yeah.
He still claims that. And, and I get it. Maybe the guy didn't want him to know, of course, because the coach can get ripped a new one. But maybe the coach felt that was a way to initiate, ingratiate himself to these new recruits. So I don't know. So,
I mean, not that I condone those tactics, but I can see it working.
Yeah, well, sure. Rick Pitino, hell of a coach, man. Football. Wow. College and pro is what I was going to say. College and pro.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, man, my mind's. I'm tired today, folks. The sun's beating me down, beating me up. So my brain's a little fried. So I apologize for
the jet lag. My God, the jet lag.
Well, you know what? I watch sometimes plus the inconsistencies, man. I gotta be careful because a lot of times I'm saying things and I realize, man, what am I saying? I can't even understand myself half the time, so that's not good. Anyhow, another news, former Philadelphia All-Star Ryan Howard announced his retirement after 13 seasons with the Philadelphia Phillies, but he has not played since 2016. I didn't realize he didn't play all last year. I did not realize that. So he played all 13 seasons with the Phillies. He was a 3-time All-Star. He was the National League Most Valuable Player a couple of years ago. And he was the Rookie of the Year in 2006. And he twice led the majors in home runs and led in RBIs 3 times. So twice led the majors in home runs, and 3 times led the majors in RBIs. So, and from that 6-year stretch from 2006 to 2011 was some of the best of any player of that generation. So Ryan Howard, he's retiring. So good luck to him. All of a sudden, Braylon Edwards, who played at Michigan, and he was apologizes for that. This is going to lead me to my rant. We'll start the rant a little early, but it's going to lead me to my rant. Braylon apologizes because he was tweeting and calling out players. Well, he's watching a Michigan game this weekend because when they played Notre Dame. Right. And I guess he was calling out players on tweeting, which, again, we went, and last week, 2 weeks ago, no, it was last week, right, when I did the rant about people who want to put people on blast on social media who can't defend themselves. And, I got a lot of heat. Oh, first of all, let me just say, that rant, which was a week ago, I got a lot of good feedback from people who watched and listened. A lot of them liked it. And some in my internal family, including my wife, gave me a lot of grief about it, saying that that was online. My sons, didn't really care for it. That was uncalled for. I will not apologize, though. I will not apologize. I felt I needed to do it. Some of the things I said were a bit harsh, but in contrast, and I think I explained what I meant by my comments. But hey, I did explain my comments. I think why I said some of the words. But I'm not going to be the guy that apologizes, which again leads me to my rant, which is I'm going to go into it. But I want to also, before I do, my friend Ralph Pajak watched. He laughed. He was laughing. My friend Ray Cerny, my man Raymond Cerny, was watching. He told me I was ready to pop a blood vessel. He thought I had to calm down, just cool out, just calm down.
Xanax, Ray, Xanax.
Yeah. But anyhow, but that leads me. Braylon Edwards, former player. Where he's still playing. He's still playing, isn't he? Braylon Edwards, I think he got picked by the Browns. He was a wideout.
Yeah.
He's a slot back.
I think he is, but
anyhow.
I think he might have been open.
Let me know. I think Braylon Edwards is still playing. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's out of the league. But he apologized for tweets calling out players from Michigan. He said he was He said he was drinking, and that's no excuse, man. Stop. Drinking only gives you that liquid courage. Lets you say things that you want to say, but you have no inhibitions because it gets that liquid courage. So stop. We call out players, but here's the rant. So I'm gonna get on to my rant a little early. People who start off by saying, and he said he retweeted, I made a mistake. I'm a man. I'm a man. I made a mistake, but I'm a man. No shit. No shit. That's gonna get us an explicit because I can't stand when people say, you know what? I'm human. No. Yeah, we know. You're not a porcelain doll. You're not a table.
Not an android.
It drives me nuts, people. I'm a man. You should have been a man. Instead, that's what I said. I will not be a man. Take responsibility for what you say. Take responsibility for your actions, and say, yeah. Then you can say, yeah. You know what? In retrospect, I messed up.
Yeah.
I made a mistake. But don't say, I'm a man. I made a mistake. I hate guys who do things and then try to flip it I'm a man, I make mistakes, I'm human. No, stop, man. It's the stupidest thing I ever heard. People, yeah, we know. You ain't a dog. You ain't a piece of, you ain't a table. I'm human.
I'm a potato.
Man, I'm human. I make mistakes. Oh, I want to puke when I hear people say this. I want to puke.
That's the whole point.
Stop, man. Just say, hey, I said it. I live with it. Maybe you say, maybe I wish I didn't, or, yeah, I said it and I have no regrets about saying it. It turned people, it was meant to cause a reaction. All of it wasn't good. Some of it was, whatever the reason is.
Yeah.
As I'm talking about the comments I made the other day, I'm not taking back what I said. I'm saying, I didn't make a mistake what I did. I had to do. For me, I had to do it.
Yeah.
I can't live with the agita of not saying what's on my mind.
Yeah.
But maybe I got a little harsh. Maybe I went off. But that's part of the deal.
Yeah.
If you want to start the storm, you got to take everything comes with it. When it starts to storm, a lot of stuff gets thrown around, man. And that's part of the deal. So this is why hide. Find shelter and hide, or brave it out. But either way, man, it's part of the deal. So people come off with this. I'm just a man, and I mess anything. I make mistakes. I'm just human. I want to puke. Stop using that stupid ass line, man. You said it. Live with it. Own up to it. Yeah, I said it, and that's what I felt at the moment. Since then, I've got a chance to reflect. Maybe I shouldn't have said those harsh words, but I did, and that's that. At that moment, that's how I felt. Yeah, people understand. People make mistakes. People understand. Say, yeah, we'll give the guy a pass. Okay, but to say I'm a man. I'm a man, and I can own up to my mistakes, and I can own. Then shut up and just do it. Don't try to justify and say I'm a man. I'm only you.
It's that society, Raymond. I'm telling you, where everybody wants a participation trophy, everybody wants a pat on the back. Everybody
the sissification of America.
Exactly.
The sissification of America.
Exactly.
Everyone's got we're gonna tap dance on them. Poor baby can't handle a little harsh critic. Oh, stop.
Pat everybody on the head. Give everybody a trophy. Everybody's special. Let's move along. So, man up is the message.
Jesus,
man up.
Man. So anyhow, that's what's going on there. Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't got a whole lot more to say, so we're gonna make this probably an early show. Probably about finish up in about 8 minutes.
I told Pete not to put the burgers on for another 20 minutes. You want to go get a hamburger over my buddy's joint when we get done?
My brother actually making food, so I appreciate that. That's very nice of you, or else I'd take you up on it, my brother.
Well, he got flooded out yesterday. We were supposed to have a cookout, and he got flooded out.
There you go.
We're up on the north side.
So, all right. So here's everything coming up. Fantasy. You play fantasy football?
Yeah, but I kind of phased out this year. Me and my wife have a combined team now. How about you?
I don't play it. I don't really understand. I've tried. My kids' fault. My kids, they go to draft, and I like to. I was watching the Sports Center today, and the kid who beat Roger Federer.
Yeah,
kid's in the top 100. So God bless him. Whatever the guy's name. Good. Hey, you beat one of the top players of all time, if not the top player of all time. And that's something you can always say.
Yeah,
I beat him. He beat me 99 times, but I beat him once.
Yep.
All it takes is that one time, right?
Yep.
So he was talking about he's from Australia, but he had to get up. He played late last. He said he wasn't going to get much sleep because he had to be up early for his fantasy draft.
Jeez.
Interesting. So my son just had his yesterday, and he was telling me. So I don't know much about fantasy football, and I really don't. I mean, I understand a little bit from how you score points stuff, but how you draft players and stuff. So I'm going to say this. Yeah. I'm going to give my top 5 fantasy picks.
Okay.
Just from listening to guys, I listen to my sons and their friends and how it goes.
Okay.
So,
what do you got?
Okay, here's my top 5 fantasy players. All right, and somebody before the show ends, we got about 5 or 6 minutes. Hit us. Hit me up and say if I'm on the right track. That it's good 5 players. Is it a good 5 picks? Okay. Number 5, OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. Gotta have him. He's gonna get a lot of balls thrown to him this year.
He's one of those guys. He might act like a jackass to the media, but I'll tell you what, he's a baller.
He's a flat baller, and he's gonna see a lot of balls thrown to him.
Better be some
He
Vikings on
could
this list.
change the game. Number 4, Antonio Brown. Another one.
Oh,
A lot of balls get thrown
clutch.
to him. And they do a lot of end sweeps with him, coming around in reverse.
I think overall, honestly, in fantasy, that's a great pick. He'll get a lot of touches.
Yeah.
But even just in the straight-up game, Antonio Brown's probably the best in the game right now, in my humble opinion.
Could very well be. Number 3, Le'Veon Bell, the guy we just talked about, who's not there yet, but he's a great fantasy pick. So I bet you the guys who picked him, I expect him to be there. So
He'll get his points.
he's gonna get, he's gonna get his, right? He's gonna get his. Number 2 is a name I hear about. I never really saw this guy play. I've seen him a few times, but a lot of people are high on him, say he's one of the best fantasy players. David Johnson from the
Really?
Phoenix, Arizona Cardinals.
Really?
He's always high on everyone's pick. He's always like one of the top 2 or 3 backs picked.
Wow,
David Johnson from the Arizona Cardinals. Oh yeah, he gets his. He gets his running, passing, catching, and then the number 1. And tell me if I'm wrong. Is Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers got to be top fantasy player.
Consistency-wise, that's not a horrible pick.
So-
I mean, though
so-
you do have your homers, it would say Tom Brady.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, Tom Brady's consistent. But you don't put up the big numbers. Aaron Rodgers puts up big numbers.
Yeah, good point.
So
Good
anybody, I'm not again. I don't know much of fantasy. I just know the names, I hear plays, and how they do. But I know it's about runs. But running back. How many yards, rushing yards, passing,
Points for
catching,
rushing yards,
all
yeah,
yards,
yeah,
total
yeah.
yards he gets. Same thing with ends, total yards per game for quarterbacks, touchdowns thrown, all that kind of stuff. So, my top 5 players: Odell. I keep saying Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, number 5, Antonio Brown, number 4, Le'Veon Bell, number 3, David Johnson. I hear his name a lot. I've only seen him play a couple times. I mean, I really haven't seen him play. I've seen him a few times, but everyone keeps talking about him. Number 2 and number 1, Aaron Rodgers. So
No Stephon Diggs, but I'll take
is
it.
anybody going to text in or call or text in and let me know how my 5 picks are? We only got a few more minutes here before I'm going to let us go because we're slowing down here, Joe. We're slowing down.
My people go.
Oh, okay. Here's that thing.
He's got 10 more minutes on the back of that sheet, I can tell.
How about last week we talked about the fighter who walked out the ring. His name's Curtis Harper.
You guys were down at the hot dog shop last Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay,
no, but
so-
we were here. No, we were here when we talked about this stuff.
Okay.
So it was last Tuesday.
Anyway,
Curtis Harper, the guy who went into the ring, walked out against the guy from Nigeria. Big, strong butt. He says this boggles my mind. He said he had every intention of fighting. Yeah. He said he went in there and he had no contract. But the agent who signed him showed the contract that it was signed. And just so anybody knows that the local commissions, will not allow a fighter to step in the ring or go to the arena and get dressed if he doesn't have a contract. They don't see the contract. So obviously they did. And he says that his girlfriend or wife said she didn't understand what happened. She thought he was going to fight, but she said she didn't see any second contract. They signed a contract, but they get a copy of the contract back. Usually that happens, but sometimes not always. If it does, it's the agent that gets it, and it's up to the agent who signed you for the fight to give it to you.
Right.
And it's good. It's a good thing to ask for it. That's probably what helped. Not after the fact. Probably not after the fact. After the fact that the guy walked out of it. Now, not only did this kill his career, because if I was a promoter, I don't know if anybody in boxing who would ever sign him again, unless it would be like the human oddities. It'd be the human oddity. Let's see if he's going to walk out the ring again. Better yet, let we sign him, put him in the ring, and then we don't pay him. How's that?
Oh.
Let's not pay him. Because what you did was your version of that, about getting in the ring and walking out and thinking that you were doing something smart. But here's the thing. Here's what he said. And then he said he didn't feel like he was getting paid correctly. He didn't, he wasn't getting paid sufficiently. It was a 6-rounder, and he's being paid $6,000. That's $1,000 a round. You know what the average for each fighter gets per round? What the average is? $50 a round. So if you fight, a 6-rounder, you usually get $300. Most fighters on their way up. This guy, because he was fighting this guy who was the Nigerian Olympian and this and that, looked like King Kong. They giving him $1,000 a round, and that wasn't enough. I don't know, man. These people, see, fighters ain't the smartest guys in the world. We know that. We're not supposed to be. But it is good. I would suggest for any fighter to do your diligence and check with the promoter. If you sign the contract, which obviously this guy did, and his agent who signed has a copy of that, and obviously the Minnesota Commission got that because, of course, they won't let you walk in the ring without it.
Yeah.
It's probably a good idea to understand that 6,000, 1,000 around, there's guys who don't make 1,000 a week. There's guys in Youngstown working in the sweat factories, making 1,000 every couple weeks.
Hell, Ray, you give me $50 right now, I'll let you whip my ass on camera.
So that's my point.
There you go.
I just thought that was needed to be said about Curtis Harper. Curtis, my man, I don't know what you thought you were doing, or obviously you weren't thinking, because you weren't. And the fact that you said you had no contract, whose fault is that? If you're working with an agent, you don't have a manager or a lawyer doing the contract for you. You obviously don't want to pay nobody. Obviously you can't. You feel like Then you just take what goes with it, brother. That's part of the deal. If you don't have any protecting your back, and you think you don't, and you think you're the only one you got to protect your back, then you got to. You got to honor the contract that you signed. You have to honor it. You didn't get a copy of it, but you signed it. See, the fact that you say you didn't get a copy of it, or that is, you signed one, you only saw the one you signed, but you didn't get see one after that makes you're my brother. Maybe you had too many fights already, because that's not how it works. It's just not how it works, man. Look, I signed a contract. My manager put down, I signed it. I didn't see it. I get a copy. Yeah, we got a copy later on. I got a copy later on. So that would be good to have your girlfriend check with since you don't want to hire a lawyer or a manager or even to get you on top of that. Maybe it's good to have your girl or your wife, whoever she is. I believe she's your girlfriend. Follow up for you. Let her follow up for you. And let her get it for you. But anyhow, that's that. And that was from the world. That was from what was that, man? That was from the world of the weird.
World of the Weird.
World of the Weird last week.
World of the Weird.
Here we go.
That needs imaging.
So, all right, at least 47 minutes we get in here. I think that's that's pretty good. I mean, I don't want to bore you because I'm starting to bore myself now. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you gave you something to think about and talk about. And hopefully we're gonna have some new guests on coming up soon. But until then. If you like what you heard, hope you'll watch again this Thursday.
Like and share.
5 o'clock.
Like and share.
Like and share. Yes, that's very good. Like and share, please. But until then, take care of each other, love each other. Good night and God bless.